Hello, hello.
Hi.
Welcome, everyone.
And goggies.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
It's all good.
It was a horrible timing. But anyway, I hope you are all having a wonderful Thursday. Our one viewer that's going on right now, plus all our listeners, I'm sure, later.
Hey.
Hey. So let's do a round table. Let's throw it up and start with Chan Chan, and we'll go clockwise from there.
Oh boy. Hi. I'm great. I'm great. It's the weekend after Thanksgiving, and I'm so glad that it is come and gone. I missed all of you. I wish you all would have been here. I know that that's not a thing. So to choke back my tears and make all this food that is still in my refrigerator, and and look forward to now Christmas, which is my least favorite holiday. And
nonstop from now. It was playing Black Friday, and as I was walking around, I was like,
no, I'm not. It's like Christmas music. I don't even want to hear it. Like the week of Christmas, I'll be like, all right, I'll choke some of it down. But like right now, it's like, no, I'm not prepared to deal with it. I'm just gonna cry in my coffee and pretend it's not coming. And hopefully get the tree up this weekend, because I dragged that out too. I don't decorate until the last minute either. I'm totally bah humbug, and I know I shouldn't be, but whatever. I don't care. I don't. Anna, how are you?
I'm it's a Thursday. It's right? Been a day. Let's just say it's been a day. One of those, super stressful, get me the hell out of here kind of days. So yeah, I have been better, but yeah. Hey, I'm here. I'm here to have fun because I need to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're boss lady now, so we've got to play on this somehow. We've got to figure out how to I don't know, make this a thing for you. Like, I don't know, t-shirt maybe? Maybe you need your own shirt now, Anna.
Madam Boss Lady.
Yeah. Brian says he hates it when people take his bathroom stall, for the record. He hates it as well.
Yes. I do. Dude, it's weird. I thought it's like so strange. I'm going, no, seriously, that's my stall. Get out.
Jeez. It doesn't really have like that for us at work. It's just one bathroom. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, it turned out that the lady that was actually in the stall, I talked to her afterwards, and I told her, and I was telling her about it. She says, you know what? That's my stall. I went, well, fuck.
Fighting words.
Yeah, I was
maybe
like,
it's
we're
a
gonna have
time
a fight over
frame
bathroom
thing.
stall. Yeah, I
you
think so.
Have a schedule.
You gotta be like,
yep.
All right, it's I get from like 11 to 12:30, and then you can have from 12:30 to 1, because you want it first. You have to,
okay, Sheldon. Just schedule your bathroom breaks and all that type of stuff.
I'm not a Cooper for nothing.
Okay. Got me there.
So how is your day going, Miss Lady Love?
Bathroom talk. Just as I say, another day, another dime.
Now, do you have a favorite stall, Lady Love?
Well, unfortunately, it went at my schools. They're just single person bathrooms, and so it's just it's one of those. It's you just take the one that's free. But I was like that. I was like that with desks in college. Like I would go into like the classroom, or I was having my class, and I had that one seat, and it was like that perfect like middle part, not quite in the front, but just that perfect. And it was always one of those anytime I walked in and I would see someone sitting in my seat, I would be like, no, that's my seat. And I would sit in another seat, and it would just be so awkward, and I would be like, this feels wrong.
We're all creatures of habit. Like me specifically, like this, we build our own little nests and things.
Yes, I am definitely
Yeah.
a creature of habit. You can ask Jason. It drives him crazy sometimes.
Well, I'm sure you guys have your favorite spots on like the couch and things like that. It's just like, no, this is my spot on the couch. I have this place right here.
Yes, and I have to fight the dog for it.
Russ is Sheldon Cooper when it comes to that. He don't let anybody sit on his seat. That's his spot on the couch. It's hilarious. We all call him Sheldon over that shit. It is hilarious.
Other than that, I've been good. Feeling a little, just for some reason, a little antisocial lately, but I'm here. I'm good.
What's happening
It's
again?
the
Because
holidays.
this quarantine stuff is starting to rear its ugly head again.
I think
so.
it's just for me is I've just been so tired with work.
Yeah.
That I just get home and I'm just like, I don't want to, But yeah, I'm here, so I'm doing good. What about you, Grims? How are you?
Living the life. A lot of good stuff, I guess. I don't know. Just trying to be happy. I mean, you can see one of my fun things that I got during the break, which is my Try Guys onesie Triceratops. So that's been kind of fun with. Gort also got me a new mug, Hedwig.
Oh,
Which is
cool.
one of my favorite Harry Potter characters in the top 9. Love that she sacrificed herself for Harry. I think, even though I hate Harry as a character, but I love that she. I think you think of it as a pet. You think that they would probably die for you too, in that sense. And so I think Hedwig.
There is a someone I follow on YouTube, and all she does, it's Cherry Wallace. All she does is like Harry Potter stuff. For the most part. Love watching her. And I look at her background because like she's got these bookcases of nothing but like Harry Potter merch, and I'm just like, and like of collections, and I'm like,
Yes.
dreams, aspiration.
I
like,
have that for people who collect the pins. I've also been watching people who on TikTok who are watching Harry Potter movies for the first time and they know nothing about it. It cracks me up. I'm hilarious.
Oh, cool.
But let me grab the big baby that I showed you all guys earlier.
Ooh.
That is my new drinking cup.
Yeah.
I love that. That is
So-
fantastic.
So what
So-
are you drinking tonight out of
It's
your
a Mai
new
Tai.
cup?
This is my straw holder. It's not a pour for mixing.
Right.
It's a straw holder.
Fantastic.
well, I mean, it can't fall in. I mean,
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
good stuff.
It is good
Uh-oh.
stuff. I don't know. I had to buy it. I like when I saw. I was like, this would be hilarious just to carry it around.
Wolfie's already giving you flack. He says that's a bowl.
whatever.
It has a handle on it, so it can be a mug too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a special
Yep.
one.
In the eye of the beholder, my friend. In the eye of the beholder.
Yes, it is actually a mixing bowl. That is really what it is, but it's a mug to me.
Yeah.
Special mug. But yeah.
Oh, I like it. Good for you.
But speaking of mugs,
I
Chan,
love
you
it.
have a mug that you've fallen in love with recently.
I do. My girl that JD and I went to high school with has been doing her own pottery stuff since like right at the beginning of quarantine. Sometimes last year she bought some things and then got a little discouraged. And then at the beginning of quarantine, she's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna try this again." And she has been blasting out amazing stuff this entire time. Like she's pinch mugs. Do you see this lovely little thumb spot right here? It's perfect. This is like the most perfect mug I've ever used in my life. I can't even believe it. And then I got this one that is the size of my head. Do you see this thing?
That's almost
That is
like Grimm's
amazing.
mixing bowl.
I know, right? Like
Yeah.
maybe I should send it to Grimm's and she can use another drink.
You need to talk to your friend about her making something big and having like a straw, like an area for a straw.
Do you see how beautiful these are? My God. Like, look at that.
Gorgeous.
It's just, yeah, she's doing a hell of a job. And then here's more pinch ones. This is another pinch one. It's a little slimmer, a little taller than the one I'm using. But like, she's doing a really great job. I guess I could pull out, because she's only selling stuff through her Facebook for right now. So I guess I could probably put her name out there. Maybe should I? I mean, I don't know how that works.
You can ask her, and if she is, so we can put her up on the socials.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to ask her if she minds. But it's It's really, I love it when someone diddles the thumb spot too, Brian. Oh my God, look at what we have in common, my friend.
Yeah. You're taken so many ways.
It's fantastic how many ways that can be taken.
All correct.
Yes, all absolutely correct.
All the above.
As long as both parties are consenting adults.
Right.
Yes,
Make sure we do that.
Right. I completely agree. I'm gonna send her a message right now. But it's really beautiful stuff. She actually has an entire set of like plates and bowls. It's a service for 4 that she's also selling. She's got pie plates and planters and decanters and pitchers and all kinds of stuff she's working on. And I'm telling you right now, I am excited to be buying gifts for people that are handmade. I'm so excited about that.
That is
Walmart's
a beautiful
not getting my
idea
money.
you had doing that.
Thanks.
I mean, pretty much all my shopping, outside of certain things, has been small business support because I found my love for pins. And that's all small business people creating. So I've definitely helped a lot of people keep in business. That's for sure this year.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
But I think what's nice about small business and supporting them is that they take the feedback and improve on the next item or whatnot from it and what they like. And something as a sell is unfortunate, but then they kind of just keep going with what they receive as positive feedback. So I think that's cool about supporting small business. And they want it. They want the feedback.
Funny enough, speaking of like quarantine, small business, helping people out kind of stuff, today I went to go check the mail. Chewy started going completely nuts. And I went to go check the mail, and there's this kid, he can't be older than 20, standing at my door, asking if he can mow our grass because he lost his job. And he was, he's trying to do some neighborhood stuff. I was like, sure. He's like, $60. That's all I'm asking. I'm like, yeah, that's great. I mean, at least he's willing to work. You know what I mean? He's not like, oh, give me money or anything. And our yard is not the easiest thing to mow. Like from like an outsider looking in, it's like, oh, it's not that bad, which I'm pretty sure is what he thought. And then he got going and was like, oh shit, this is nothing. Decision. Yeah, because it's not. It's like hills. It's like and like pits in the ground and fucking roots everywhere. It's a mess. So I feel like once he got going and then saw like the amount of yard there is, because it doesn't even seem like that.
Yeah.
He just kind of like, once he got done with the front yard, he was like, oh shit, there's still that over there to do. And I was like, yeah. How you feeling about that $60 right about now, buddy? You know what I mean? And he was like, oh, it's not so bad, but if you don't mind, I'd like to come back tomorrow to do the other side.
Yeah.
And then he was like, and then he said something about raking the leaves, and I was like, you sure you know what you're getting into? Because it doesn't look like that much leaves either. But
yeah, it's gonna be difficult.
You're looking at 10 to 15 wheelbarrows full, and he's like, I'll just bag it up. I'm like, he's giving me 20 trash bags worth of fucking leaves. We'll see. He stopped earlier. We'll find out.
You'll find out if he comes back or not.
Yeah, JD was like, he was like, I don't know if he'll be back. I was like, might not. I mean, more power to him. He made a little money.
How much more he wants that money? Like if he wants to do the next thing.
Punish.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Little glutton for punishment.
Hey man, I mean, my mentality is if a person wants to put the effort out there for a couple of bucks, then that's great. Like that's awesome. Elijah doesn't have a whole lot of time to do the yard work right now, which was on him to do. Because now he's working full time. So by the time the weekends roll around, he's pretty beat, because warehouse work that'll put some hair on your chest. Kill you, hair on your chest, however you want to look at it, whatever you mean.
It's maximizing on opportunity that you see. I mean, like definitely during snow time, I've seen people, like when I used to live in apartments, there were people who walk up and down the street helping people dig out for like $20. It's like, hey, it's just two guys. they're like, I see you're struggling by yourself, $20 and we'll dig you just enough to get out real quick type stuff. And it takes them like 5 minutes because they're already prepared and all that stuff. And it's all like $20 getting to work on time might be worth it, depending.
Right.
Well, it was like that. What was it? The story of like the kids in the one neighborhood. They were mowing like their neighbor's grass, and it got like around that they were doing it. And like a local lawn company actually like donated them like a lawnmower and stuff.
That's pretty cool. Did you guys do anything like that, like growing up, or what would you do? Like, say you had to make a buck. What have you done in the past? What would you do now? Say you lost your job, you know?
Well, I mean, I used to help neighbors walk their dogs when I was little.
That's cool. Because this kid's got a 4-year-old and a newborn on the way, and he's like, I need to make extra money. So, like, you know, there's that. Yeah. You know,
mouths to feed.
Right.
Honestly, I don't know.
When I was a kid, a friend of mine, her mom would pay us like $5. I mean, this was when I was like 10, 11 years old, but her mom would pay us like $5 a piece to shovel the dog shit in the yard and bag it up and everything. So yeah, I have technically shoveled shit for money, which was not the worst thing I've ever done.
I can't say anything working daycare and stuff. You see
that too.
Your fair share of that. I mean, that was just chores growing up. So every other week it was one of the kids got to go get all the dog poo outside and all that type of stuff. I mean, that was part of having a dog. So that's what it was for us.
Favorite.
You know, there's a company now that does that. It's called Duty Calls. Yeah, and they drive around. It's up in Northern Virginia. Yes, and that's what they do is they clean dog shit out of your yard.
We have a kindergarten teacher. She fosters dogs, mainly Chihuahuas and low wiener dogs. And her dad pays for that company to come to clean up the yard because she'll have like up to 10 foster dogs.
That's a lot of shit.
That's a lot of shit.
Yes, that's a lot of shit.
So like her dad, pardon like the help and everything. Pays for it.
It's also if you're doing fostering, if you use it as a nonprofit, you can also write it off as an expense too. Yeah, because you can't keep having piles of shit. It's unhealthy.
And she's a single mom with 3 adopted daughters, all adorable.
JD's last roommate, when him and I first started hanging out, had a dude that he knew that would come out and do the yard work, and he would take like a leaf blower through the backyard and just blow the dog shit down through the yard. And it was fucking gross and hilarious at the same time.
I've done that when I'll be out in the yard and I'll find like a really old dry piece and I'll just take the shovel and just like shovel it into the woods.
Maya says, I used to have fun cleaning the horse stalls growing up. Shoveling manure is not fun. Agreed.
No.
Oh yeah. Not fun.
My step grandmother, she had horses, so when hanging out, sometimes we would go out and I would have to help with that. But I also did horse camp growing up a couple of years during the summer, and they definitely make you shovel their crap too.
Oh yeah, I had to do litter boxes when I was little. Kitty.
Yes, he's making his appearances.
I saw him in the background. You know, with his tail like flicking.
Yes, he gets freed now in the evenings when we get home. He's allowed to run around the house because we're trying to get him. He's just about big enough that we can let him run around with the cats all day long. So, but right now he still stays locked up during the day in the bedroom while we're gone. So in the evening time when we let him out, he's like a little hellion running everywhere.
Yeah, having fun. Like this is my my time.
All the trouble.
How are the other cats taken to it? Are they gotten over hissing at him, or are they still kind of doing a little?
They're doing a whole lot better with him. My female Spice, she finally started like bathing him and whatnot. He was laying on the back of the couch with her one night, and she just reached over and started washing him, and he was like, okay, this is cool. And but yeah, they both have gotten to where they've started playing with him. Okay. But he will get a little rough, and they'll get a little pissed, and then they'll whack the shit out of him. We're waiting for him.
You have to learn.
He likes to jump. He likes to jump on Hershey, and Hershey is very, very, very calm as far as being nice to him. But Hershey keeps getting this look on his face like, one of these days I'm going to knock your ass down the stairs. I'm telling you, one of these days I'm going to knock you down the stairs. And I'm like, I don't blame you. I can see it happening.
They're still working at that dominance.
Yeah, there's going to be their tier, and he's going to find his spot.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to try to move up his alpha, and the two will hit him.
It won't happen. With females, it won't happen.
Yeah, oh, no.
Yeah.
They always win dominance.
He's a good thing. I mean, right now he's chasing his tail. What the hell? That's what a dog does. Come on now.
Oh no. But, my cats chase their tails.
Yeah.
That's her Instagram. Grims.
I'll put it up on the Instagrams afterwards. So if anyone wants to check out that mug maker, check it out, and I'll put it up there.
Awesome.
I'm trying to see if I can pull this up, just at least to view. It's taking a moment, but yeah, continue on. Kitty.
Yeah.
Oh, anyways, he's a sweetheart though. He's a cuddler. When he's ready to just chill out and whatnot, he climbs up on top of me and cuddles right up against my neck like this and just hangs out right there, which is really cool. He's a sweet thing, but at least they're getting along a little bit better now. Yeah.
Puppy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's got puppies.
Oh.
Beautiful puppies.
Oh, I love the vase. I love that purple and white.
Oh, that's such a cute photo right there. Oh my goodness.
Her doggies are her babies, and they're so cute. I love them. Yeah, she's doing wine glasses now. She just started those.
Oh, wow.
Decanters, nesting bowls, all kinds of things.
Oops. Okay, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll throw that up there as a link.
That's totally cool.
Wayne did work on a farm when he was younger, and he says some of the best years of his life, I believe they probably were. Farm life is fun. Yeah. I babysat. It was miserable. I didn't want to take care of kids when I was younger. Like, ugh, I hate this. But I mean, it's not like it was terrible or anything.
Did you have like one steady customer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The one summer I babysat, like I had to be down at their house at like 5 a.m. and then I'd crash out until the kids got up and hang out with them until about 4 or 5 o'clock at night. So it was like 12-hour day of just taking care of kids 5 days a week through the summer.
Wow.
5 o'clock in the morning. That's tough.
Yeah, I mean they were neighbors, so I just walked down to their house. It wasn't really that big of a deal. And it, I bought myself clothes my senior year in high school. Mm-hmm. My mom didn't want me to have a job because I took care of my sisters after school and stuff like that. So it was really impractical for me to have a job during the school year. So that was just kind of how I handled that. Now I don't. If the government goes down, then I'll have to worry about it because I'm still I'm disabled and all that crazy, lovely bullshit. So
right. I had a steady customer that it was a little girl and a little boy, and he was 2 when I started babysitting them, and she was like 5 or 6 or something like that. But I watched them every Friday and Saturday night for like a year, and so that their mom and stepdad could go out and go party. So I would get over there at like 9 o'clock in the, about 7, 8 o'clock in the evening, and they would get back at like, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But their stepdad was a nutritionist at a fitness center. So he would come in, and I was extremely, extremely skinny. Like I was 103 pounds, and I was very, very small. And he was like, he would come in every night at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Here, let me make you a smoothie real quick. You need to drink this. Drink it all. And he put all this crap in it. And he's like, we're going to get some weight on you one way or another. We're going to get weight on you. So for like a year, this man is like every Friday and Saturday night, he's shoving freaking smoothies down my throat. I was like, geez Louise. They were good, but I was like, damn.
Couldn't look at a smoothie for a long time after that.
No, I think I didn't start drinking smoothies again until like the last 5 years or so. Yeah. Like,
Dude.
yeah, I need to stay away from them.
But there were at least like fruit smoothies or something, right?
Yeah, exactly. They were good, but
so one of my coworkers was saying that her fiance's father was there for Thanksgiving when they were making Thanksgiving food, but he wasn't allowed to eat solid foods. So he took all the Thanksgiving fixins and blended them and made us a Thanksgiving smoothie.
No.
Oh
no.
God. No.
And it wasn't so much a smoothie, then it looked like porridge in a bowl. So he put it in a bowl and then put a slice of asparagus to look fancy.
Oh God.
But
that's terrible.
He said it wasn't that bad. I mean, it probably wasn't much different than like maybe like a baby food style thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that was just all like when I saw it, I was like, it looked like, you know, like tuna salad. Like if I can describe like the look of it.
No.
Oh God.
Now, would you eat that if you had to, if you couldn't eat solid foods during Thanksgiving?
I don't know.
I think I would individual.
I tried to do that whenever I first got my braces as a teenager. I busted out my mom's blender and like put cereal in it and all kinds of shit because I was starving. My face hurt so bad I couldn't chew anything, and I was like, God, I gotta eat something. So I put like Cocoa Pebble. No, it was Captain Crunch. I put Captain Crunch with the Crunch Berries in the blender with milk, and it tasted terrible. It was the worst.
Really? I would have thought that would have been fine.
I did too, but it was terrible. It was the worst thing. It probably would have been fine if it was like peanut butter or something, but it was like the berries and the like regular Captain Crunch stuff all mixed together. Just tasted terrible. It was not good.
I would think like McFlurries would help with that kind of concept. Like it wouldn't have been that bad. I don't know.
I
don't
ate
know.
a lot of yogurt when I got my braces.
Yeah. I did pudding.
Yeah.
I was all about the pudding. Just give me the fucking pudding.
Same when I got my wisdom teeth.
I didn't have braces, but when I got my wisdom teeth pulled, I did eat a lot of Jamba Juice. So it's like smoothies.
I really wish we had a Jamba Juice out here.
There's
near me.
One in Tyson's Corner, Virginia.
I loved Jamba Juice when I was in California. It was so good. But so speaking of pudding, JD and I had this conversation the other night, and I could have swore one time he told me that he liked tapioca pudding, but he tells me he doesn't. I love it, and I'm excited to try the bubble tea thing because I love tapioca so much. But
so you've never had boba tea?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm excited to try it. I would try, like, I've watched videos on how to make it, and I've watched other people make it, you know, YouTube videos and stuff. So I'm interested to try different variations of it because I'm a coffee fanatic, and I know you can get, you know, you can get the boba with, you know, in a coffee type form. But I really want to get out and try it because I don't think, Wayne, have I ever tried it? Because I don't think I have, and I don't remember. He would remember because, like, at that point in my life, those years I worked with Wayne, he introduced me to all kinds of new things. Like, that was the first time I tried sushi and all the other kind of stuff. So, I mean, maybe I did. I don't remember. Like,
it's usually pretty good with things that are like milky. I know, like, you could do taro root milky type stuff. They do strawberry, melon, but the most common one is like milk tea, and things of that nature. But yeah, anything that's milky tends to be the common one. I've seen it with more like a slushy, but those tend to be a different type of boba ball. I've seen it where it's like these white balls or even like white sliver type things. It's like there's such a variety that could potentially be considered part of boba as a whole. But your traditional is just milk tea and boba balls.
I wouldn't mind trying it. I don't know enough about it, I guess. I'm gonna have to look it up, or maybe I'll try to make my own. I don't know.
Yeah, you can make your own.
See if you like it. What's your favorite? What is your favorite?
Mine would be strawberry. I mean, I love strawberry flavored things, but strawberry boba is usually my favorite to get. But it's not depending on my mood if I'm drinking a lot of it, because sometimes there was a time when I went to Fanime and there happened to be, smartly enough, a boba tea place that opened up right around the area where, the convention was being held, and it was busy all the time. So, I went to it a couple times throughout the con. And so you get the different flavors and stuff. But I don't know. I know, Anna, you haven't tried boba tea, or you have tried boba tea before?
I have not tried it. No, I've seen it, and I'm like, I don't know what it is, and it looks interesting, but I do want to try it though.
And how about you?
There's a place over by where
sorry.
You had it with me.
No, there's a place over by where RJ works at that we used to go by all the time, and I'm like, maybe one day.
Jason's trying to say I've had it before, but I know I haven't.
Okay.
I mean, it looks interesting. I wouldn't mind trying it. I'm not a fan of tapioca, but maybe it being mixed with something might be a little different.
To me, I always say it's almost like an experience, because it's a little weird. You're drinking something and then balls pop up in your mouth. Yeah, whatever you want to say with it. And then you're chewing. Now you're suddenly chewing on something. It just is what it is. I don't know. It's kind of it is a gimmick. I will say it is a gimmick in its own sense. It's a gimmicky drink and stuff. It's not to say like Ramune is not something too.
And I think for me is I would have to get over the texture.
It's
different.
It's like it's kind of like a jelly. It's a jelly. It's like Jello, but like a harder Jello.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm describing that better.
I would have to get used to that change in texture from going from a liquid to a solid.
Mm-hmm.
That's why JD doesn't like tapioca pudding. I think it's like the texture of the tapioca. It's kind of like it is kind of like a thick Jello or almost a pasta type thing. Like it's a I don't know.
That would be the closest way to describe it. Yeah, it's kind of like a pasta. It's got a little bit of a little bit of a bounce to it in the sense. I don't feel like it tastes like anything, honestly, because it's already being like stewed. It's kind of a very basic taste. The boba balls, but it's kind of just like you're now you're chewing on something and whatnot. You just have to make sure you're not sucking too hard, where then it's like you're choking on it. I know, there's no better way of saying it. It really is just
I'm sorry, you're opening up that door.
It is what it is. I mean, yes, innuendos all the time, but that's what it is. Like if you're not suspecting it, I mean, you kind of like. Oh my God, I can't. It's like you watch the straw, you see the balls coming up. Like,
I'm going to have to try it. I mean, it looks interesting, and I know there's tons of boba tea places around here. I mean,
I like the delay of Jason in the background.
Yeah, I'm in a different area tonight recording because I have to take my laptop back and forth with me with work, and I just did not feel like going up to the one room. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna set up down here. Jason's in the other room listening, working on his the engine to the Ecto 1 model he's building.
That's very cool looking, by the way. He sent pictures. It looks really awesome.
He's very proud of what he's doing, and he actually in the mail today he got floor mats for when he actually gets the body and interior done. He can put floor mats down.
Okay.
That's cool.
To not ruin anything.
No, it's an aftermarket someone made, and because it's just like a metal, like a bare metal floor, so he can put placemat, put mats down.
That's totally cool.
Brink says that he had boba tea once in Boston. His sister lived in Chinatown. When she was at school there, she's like, you got to try it. But did you like it? Like, what flavor did you try? And what was it like? Like, what did you like or dislike about it? I'm interested. I want to know.
And see, I would probably have to be like you, Chan. I'd probably have to go with more of like a coffee milk flavor.
Yeah. I mean, from what I understand, it's kind of like iced coffee when you go that route. It's a little stronger because they're like the coffee they would use would be more like an espresso situation. So it'd be kind of like espresso mixed with like condensed milk. So it'd be like sweet, but very caffeinated.
With still that little bitter taste.
Yeah, right. Right. Like because it's coffee, of course.
I don't think I've ever had it with coffee flavor. I've done the milk tea. I've done all the other random flavors, but I don't think I've ever actually had it as coffee flavor. So it would be interesting to try it as coffee. I don't think it'd be weird. I mean, I'll coffee anyway. It's usually a nice drink. So.
I do love chai, Brian. So that sounds like that might be pretty good too. If it was a chai flavor, that sounds nice. Did you like it though? That's what, like, do you remember if you liked it? Like, I just want to know. I'm interested.
I think if he would hate it, he would have probably reacted.
Yeah, maybe.
It's disgusting. Most worst thing in my life.
He said he doesn't remember chewing the boba balls.
Just swallow them like a champ. I'm sorry, I had to. Like, if I was getting things.
I mean, we are talking about balls of liquid.
Of course. In milky liquid. In milky liquid, too. Yeah.
Sucking it through a straw.
God.
Yep.
Sucking balls back at the throat, choking. Like, this is ridiculous.
Make your mama proud. That's what that is.
Right.
Like, make your mama proud.
Oh my God. Yes.
And so talking about tea, I don't think I've ever had chai. I've tried matcha,
chai.
and I wasn't a fan of matcha. I don't know, something about it just.
Matcha's not for me either. It's fine.
It's very like grassy flavored, like alfalfa flavored. Like if you've ever like smelled alfalfa, to me that's what matcha tastes like. It's green. It tastes like the color green.
Yeah.
It's very grainy and just because I tried getting like a matcha drink once. It was a hot drink, and I was like sipping it, and I was like, yeah. Can't do it.
Yeah,
literally tastes like chloroform.
Matcha is really popular with a lot of those Japanese things, like the mochi balls and things like that. It's like
no
strawberry. Give me the strawberries.
Oh, speaking of balls, have any of you ever heard of they're like grapes that are in these like little like you have to like take them out of a casing. Apparently, they're like really popular in Japan. You get like a bag. You can get like a bag of them.
So you have to take the skin off in order to eat
it's
it?
like you almost like take like a skin off and you can eat it. And apparently they're really popular with like what's the whole
Dare 727. I think that's what she's talking about. That's what it sounds like anyway. Leche?
Yeah, they've gone really like they were really popular at one point with the SM. Oh, what's that? The people who make like the sounds and you fall asleep to them.
Leche. An idiot. Small round fruit with sweet white scented flesh, a large.
Because apparently, like the sound of you chewing on them, apparently for some people it's really relaxing.
Is that what it is? That's
I think
how you have to eat that. How is it? How do you say that thing? I never get it, but I have seen it as a boba flavor.
Is it like this?
Yes.
Does it look?
Yes, those.
Okay, that's exactly what that is.
How do you say lychee? Is it lychee? I don't know how to say it.
Hold on, wait.
Lychee. There we go. Lychee.
Or, I mean, the other thing, like rambutan.
That I've heard.
I mean, that's another one.
I know lychee things usually look like purple when I see them getting made by something. I'll have to try that.
Apparently they're like really popular over in like Japan and stuff.
So there's rambutan and lychee. They're similar. Wayne, help me. Come on.
I would assume it had to be lychee because lychee is very popular with boba. Every time I see a boba shot, one of the flavors is lychee flavored. So
okay, I
would have to assume that's the thing that she's thinking about or whatnot. And I mean, the way that this image is, it looks like the way she's describing it. Like,
but I mean, they're like good sized balls. I mean,
that's what she said.
Are they? There's three different things there. Yeah.
No, it's not those. That's not it. It's not what I'm thinking.
Okay. Let me take this off.
Sorry, I couldn't see it. It's more. It literally looks like Jello, like a gelatin ball.
There's.
The reflection back. What is that? What's that third one on there? What is it?
Logan?
Longan.
Longan?
Let me try to see if I can
Longan.
look that up. Longan.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just thought of because of the boba tea. It just popped in my head about talking about like Jello and stuff.
Could be. I mean, who knows? I don't know. Wayne, what's the one that's like an onion or smells like an onion?
Duratan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Duratan. Is this what you're thinking of?
Hold on, let me see if I can find it because I may be able to like do enough of the keywords.
To find it.
Yeah.
But no, Durian is the one Durian, something like that. Sorry.
Yeah, Durian. Derek 2727 got me there. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, that's the stuff that smells like hell, but apparently is really sweet when you're eating it. That I've never actually tried. I am actually very curious to try it.
There's a smell to that that's like really unique. It's very like onion and sweat socks and butt crack. Like there's just something really unappealing.
Well, the way that you're describing it
tastes good.
Does it smell like a bad vagina?
I'm worse, kind of. Like I don't even know.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you ever walk into a bathroom after a really old woman who was wearing pantyhose all day?
That's what I'm saying. Does it smell like a bad
mixed with onion, mixed with like green onion smell?
Oh,
mix
God.
that together.
Oh, why would you even think to eat something that smells like that?
Thank you, Anna. Thank you. Yes. I don't know. I can't get near it. It messes with my head. I'm all like, I don't understand.
It has to smell good to eat it.
At least I would think so.
That's what he said. I'm sorry. You guys we can't have this conversation without me doing this.
These are what I was talking about.
Let me pull up, make you bigger. So
what is that?
Apparently they're
That's
like
what
grape
he said.
jelly, like grape jelly balls.
But what are they called?
I like balls.
I mean, are they made into that, or is it actually like that's how they are?
I think there's like a skin around it, and you take the skin off. It's like a plastic covering, and you just pop it in your mouth and you chew on them.
So it's made. So it's something that is made.
Yeah, it's something that's made.
Okay. We were thinking that it was something that was natural, and then they're just eating
no.
it.
Look, Dare. Listen, okay, it might taste great like custard, but I also hear Limburger cheese is the best cheese you'll ever eat once you can get it past your nose. So you got to eat it with, like, a clothespin on your nose or some shit. My grandmother loved that stuff. Like, Limburger cheese was like her favorite cheese. That shit smells it's the worst smell I've ever smelled in my life. And I'm just, like, if you have to plug your nose to eat something, I just don't really feel like you should be eating it. Like that's part of your taste is smell. So you're gonna sit here and tell me
if you don't smell it, it tastes better.
I just can't. It's like that's what he said. I'm sorry, I can't stop. I can't stop myself. I can't stop myself. I have to plug my nose to eat it. I shouldn't want to.
If I have to plug my nose, I'm not going to eat it.
I'm right. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's
apparently
exactly what I'm saying.
The grape jelly balls, they're really popular with ASMR like videos.
Okay, yeah. Or mukbang.
Sex running joke.
No, because you cannot say it. Oh no, I can tell phrasing.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't think like something stinky. I just can't. I can't do it. I don't
think there's any food that I know of outside like the standard ones that I would eat even if it smelled bad. I think everything it would have to have a pleasant smell to it in order to eat it. Yeah, you gotta, I don't know. It's like the prep. The smell of it is like the prep, and then you want to eat it. You're like, that smells like something I'm gonna put in my mouth. Oh yeah. Crazy.
All I know is that there have been times where I've like cooked dinner and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so hungry and oh, it smells so good. And then I finish cooking and I'm like, I'm not hungry anymore. Because you're just like, my senses are so overloaded.
I don't know. I don't have that problem. Like I want the food I make. I love food too much though. Like I want to eat the food. I want to eat all the food. Give me more food. God, I have a problem.
Oh yeah. It's not a problem. It's love. It's love.
It's only a problem until you admit it.
See, even a taxi driver doesn't want that shit in his car.
I think you also can't bring it like with you like internationally. I think there's like also a thing with it too, like the way that
I don't
it
think
smells.
you're allowed to.
Like travel with it and whatnot. I know I had a college friend that they had durian flavored what's that stuff called? It's that Japanese candy that's like squishy that almost is like Starburst Haichu.
Oh,
Durian flavored Haichu.
Mhm.
And someone was eating that on the airplane and he had to go over and be like,
Oh.
can't eat that. Everyone's complaining about the smell and stuff because it still has a smell even though it's the the candy or whatnot. I was like,
why would you do that on a plane? I mean, come on, that's
it's
like
recycled.
it's like microwaving fish and the staff.
Oh, that happens a lot at work.
Yeah. Glutton for punishment.
Do that,
Oh my God,
or you
that's
burn
so funny.
popcorn.
Oh, don't do that at work either, please.
Hey Wayne, if you're in the chat, I have a question. What's the thing that looks like a bean? Like you have to take the bean, it's brown, the exterior, and then eat what's inside. What is that?
It's a bean.
I can't.
No.
It's a
called
pea.
clitoris.
No. That's no.
I can't stop.
No.
Let me have some more of my big drink.
No, I mean like no, I mean like
High my
what
time.
am I thinking? Like, like a snap bean, like you take the inside out of it.
Edamame?
No.
That's
no.
what I was thinking.
Okay.
No.
I'm sorry,
It's like
I had
it looks
to.
like brown paper
just
around
drink your
like
drink.
bones.
Hmm?
And
Just
you
drink your
like
drink.
I remember there was a lady that gave
Brown
Wayne and I
paper
like a whole
around
bag
bumps,
of them.
That's yeah.
Wayne, what is it? Help me. Where are you? Come on. Come on. You're supposed to come on. I know you're listening. Help me out. What is that shit called? I can't even remember now. That stuff was good.
Well, what's it again? No, this time I'll seriously listen. What was it called? What were you describing it as?
It looks almost like I don't know, like peas. You know how peas you have to pop them open off the plant? It looks almost like peas, but it's in like what looks like brown paper instead is like the casing instead of it being green. And then you eat what's inside.
Brown
peanut?
casing.
No, it's not a peanut. I've had peanuts before.
But
My cousin-
it tastes like a pea, like something from the pea family.
No, it's sweet. And I'm trying to remember what it is, and I can't. That's what I keep thinking of because she was talking about leather bridges. No, not
Tamarind.
Tamarind. Is it tamarind? Is that what
Okay,
it
let's
is?
look it up.
Yes, it is. That's exactly what it is. Yes, that is exactly. Thank you, Dare. Thank you, buddy. That is
Okay.
exactly what it
Let me
is.
see if I can pull this up. Hold on.
I actually really love that stuff. That's really
I
good
do too.
stuff.
Tamarind. I should say. That way I know how to spell it as I'm doing it. So. Okay, so go to.
See what I mean? Like if you look at it, it looks like a pea, but it's like brown paper. You see that?
Opening it up.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, I can kind of see. Oh, damn it! I have to pull this out. Sorry. That's what she said.
I think
but,
that shit is good. Like you think I'm crazy, but hi Jay, what's up?
There we go. So Sharon.
I think that shit's good. Like that's tasty stuff right there.
So, but that stuff is sweet. Oh,
Yeah.
that's weird looking.
I know, right? I think it's good.
It almost looks kind of
It
like
looks
a
like-
dried fruit,
Mm-hmm.
like a prune or something. Sorry, go
It
ahead.
looks like a mushy turd.
Yeah.
It
But you see how
does.
the outside of it's kind of like papery? Like it looks like
Yeah.
it's like a
Yeah.
brown paper
It
bag
almost looks like peanuts, but then like the inside
Mhm.
being like a prune or something.
like a turd, I guess. Sure.
It does look like a turd. It looks like a turd, and then you open it up to get the mushy turd out of the middle of the turd. That's really weird.
That's only because you have cats, and those are the most common turds you see. And
yes, yes, that's very true. Very, very, very true.
So maybe tamarind looks like cat turds. I don't know, but it's tasty. It tastes good. That's another one of those like, should you try it? Yes, you should.
So then that would be the conversation. So smelling bad is a deterrent, but the looking bad?
I don't really think that that's a big deal.
Well, I mean, I did describe Thanksgiving in a blender.
Yeah.
Only because like I've had weird like I put stuff in blenders because I was, like I said, starving to death when I got my braces. So I know that blended food does not always hold its flavor. You would assume certain things would taste good blended together, and it turns out they don't. So it's
once again the cereal thing. You would think that that's what your mouth is doing, is mixing the milk with the cereal as you're doing it, but I guess not.
Yeah, but it doesn't hold the same. Like I think that if you were to take like ice cream instead of milk and use that with cereal, that would probably taste better. But
This
milk,
is what they do with McFlurries.
Yeah, but milk is just very bland, and it doesn't it doesn't really do anything for the cereal that then just gets pulverized. You know, like just like this is what it would be like to be a baby bird. Your mom chews your food, and then like that's how
or a cow. You eat your food and you cough up the cud. You chew the cud, and
that's nasty. No,
sorry, we've been learning.
Cows,
we were learning about cows today in school.
No.
Birds do the same thing, and mama birds eat their babies' poopy. That's what they do. They do, because the birds, I guess, don't digest the food completely, so then they eat the poop.
Well, that's why apparently there's some coffee that's like really like expensive because it comes from bird poop.
Yeah,
it's the coffee beans that go through the bird's digestive system, or the monkeys.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
No, I'm all right. I'm cool.
You don't want monkey poop coffee?
That's how you A, get mad cow disease, and B, I don't know.
I just
something
think, like, you shouldn't be eating anything out of anything's shit. I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, I just don't think it's what? I have no idea what Wayne just said.
Did he say tossing salad? Oh no,
no, he's talking about balls. I have no idea. Never mind. I don't know.
That's why we have COVID. Animal poop coffee is why we have COVID. No.
That could be. I don't know, but I just don't think it's wise to eat anything out of poop. Just saying. Like, I just don't. Like, what was the thing people used to say like back in the 80s and 90s? I heard it on movies a couple different times. Like when I was a kid, some older dude would say something about some chick being hot, but he wouldn't say she was hot. He would be like, I'd eat the corn out of her shit. And I'm like, ew.
What?
Don't be doing that.
I have never heard that phrase in my life. Eat the corn out of her shit.
Yeah. Yep. That's a thing. People say that shit, or they did anyway. I don't think you should do that. I don't think that's a good idea.
What?
What?
I'm so confused.
I'm too. What just happened?
Just talk about shit corn.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been said. It's one of those weird, like.
I think Wade is in the wrong chat. I think you put that in the wrong chat.
I think he might be like delayed. I think he might be like back when we were talking about balls and
potential.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, of other
when
news,
aren't we talking about balls?
I know. How about can we change the subject real quick?
Yeah.
Can we?
You have something in particular, or do you want me to go?
Well, I was just gonna say, like, speaking of supporting our friends, somebody in the realm wrote a book.
Here, let me make you bigger. Hold on.
called When Good Fruit Goes Bad. This was written and illustrated by Mr. Vernon Gibbs and Stephen T. Gray. Vernon Gibbs is in the realm, and he wrote this book, and I bought it, and I love it. It's such a good, like, it's a children's book, but it's super good. It's so cute. I love this. It is Vernon's book, Brian, and this is going to be part of my Unroll the Scroll on Monday, but, like, I couldn't not say something because, like, this freaking book. This book is so amazing. I love this book. It's so cute. You guys should go on Amazon and buy this book.
I have it in my my shopping cart.
It's so cute. Like what else can you do with bad fruit kind of conversations and stuff like that? It is super outstanding book. Buy Vernon's book, guys. He's so cool, and this is such a great book. I'll be taking pictures to share at some point with him that I bought his book, and I got it on Amazon. When Good Fruit Goes Bad. Search it on Amazon.com. Buy it. Support Vernon. Such an amazing.
On the Instagrams too.
Yeah, it's super cute book. I just wanted to plug that because it's great. I hope he writes more books. I hope he writes like all the children's books, and just it's such a great book. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I have it in my shopping cart.
It's not. It's a couple bucks. It's a couple. I've spent more money on lesser things. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather. I really want to support friends right now during these times. I think it's really, really important. But anyway, what were you gonna say, Audrey? Let's talk about what you wanted to talk about.
Loop it completely.
Okay, do it.
Do we want to be spoiler free? I assume everyone that's potentially listening to our show / live feed or whatnot, I guess. I assume everyone's watched The Mandalorian, right?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least knows it. Like, I want to talk about the biggest spoiler that ever existed.
Let's go. Let's do it.
How did everyone feel about Baby Yoda's name?
I don't like it. I like Child.
You like Child?
I like Child.
I wasn't surprised, and I know it is going to like throw so many people because everyone calls him Baby Yoda, and now it's going to be like, he's got a name.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I think it's simple. I think it falls in line with like his from what we know of his species as far as names go. I mean, it's Yoda. I mean, come on, that's not exactly like rocket science naming here. So, I mean, I feel like Grogu kind of falls in line with that, like, consonant vowel situation. You know what I mean? Like, kind of a deal.
But
I don't know. I think it's fine. I think it's good.
So before watching the episode, of course, Gort watched it first because I was at work, and he told me when I come home that my vocabulary will be changing. He didn't identify what, and that the only guess that I had back was like, oh, because they changed M count from midichlorians. Like, is it something like that? He's all like, concept. But But when Ahsoka said it, which I love Ahsoka. When Ahsoka said it, I like started bawling. I was like, his name. She knows him.
Yeah,
she sees him. I was like, oh my God.
I'll tell you what, I just love Rosario Dawson. Like, I am so happy that she is Ahsoka. Like, it was just...
And she is excellent. I loved that. I was like, oh my gosh, it's freaking Ahsoka finally on the screen and not drawn.
Yes, I'm mixed on it. I do love the performance. I think it was great, but two things really pissed me off. I know everyone wanna. So one, she is no Jedi. I wish you would have said that phrase. It's a very important phrase, an important characteristic of her.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Like, I don't have any examples, so I'll do it with forks. So give me 1 second. She does not hold lightsabers like this. Oh,
no,
sorry. I forgot I had you, Big Chance. Sorry.
She has one backwards. Sorry. She has them backwards, yes.
Does not
one is supposed to be turned.
Like no, she holds them like this and she fights like this.
Yes.
Like this.
I was kind of upset. Like, not even one. Like, she didn't even hold like that iconic pose where she's got the one backwards behind her.
Them, whatever type stuff. And that pissed me off probably more. And that was from the minute I saw her in the very beginning. When she was cutting all the things. I was all like, I don't like that. I don't like I was like, I hope they fix that in the second.
But see, in Clone Wars, the cartoon series, if you watch it all the way, she does use her lightsabers in the normal stance and in the normal hold, but it is iconic for her to have the one in the right hand backwards and the one in the left hand straight.
But that's all that she's fighting with. Like, she still has to have some in the it's a very defensive stance, and so she doesn't want to. She's not one to fight. Like, I forgive the one. I know some people don't like that she was killing people. I can forgive that.
Yes.
It's kind of, you get older, you get over it, you kill some bitches. Like, it just is what it is.
Right.
She ended up going that way. When you watch the final season of Clone Wars, she ended up kind of going that way a bit because she realized that she kind of had to in order to survive. And that she really became like the epitome of a gray Jedi, because she was like, I am both and none all at the same time. She was like, whatever is right is what I'm gonna do, not whatever which side tells me.
Wait, I don't get this. Jesus Shuttlesworth? What? Who's Jesus Shuttlesworth? Because she's
it's a different movie. It's a different movie that she was in.
You're talking about Rosario Dawson.
Yeah. So some of these dudes are like, they've got beef with Rosario Dawson because she cheated on a character in a different movie.
So, I was fine with the performance as a whole. Like, I liked the way that she ran. I was fine with Rosario Dawson and all that. I did like a lot of the stuff, like when she cut the two with the sabers and she cut the piece of wood and she flung it. Like, all that was like really cool. I thought she fought very well. It's just those two things just stand out as characteristics to me. So it's just like,
I loved it when she took like the bell and she just cut it in half.
Yeah.
But you gotta admit, the Mandalorian was like a badass in that like episode. He was pretty badass.
I feel like this season is pretty badass all around.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I don't really have an issue with all of it though. Like first season up until now, I don't have, like, some people don't necessarily like the episode where it's like, they're farming the little blue shrimp, because that's what I like to say. I know what it is. I don't fucking care. Some people don't like that episode. But I like it. I like that one. I feel like it's very Star Wars. I don't see any problem with anything Mandalorian at this point. And it could be said that I just really love Jon Favreau, but he's a genius, him and Filoni.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's beautiful stuff. I can't hate any of it.
It's people who love the world and want to give the world more to it, which I think is what, it may not be what you're looking for, but it is what it needs. Because if you think about it, let's compare it to Marvel, the next biggest potential thing, where you have, Kevin Feige, who does love Marvel and is the guiding force to everything being the way it is, putting the right people in the right spots and he wants it to be Marvel. Although isn't it like the comics? No, it's different. It has to be a movie universe that is movie universe.
Funny enough, Favreau had a big hand in that as well.
He was Iron Man. He was the Iron Man movie. It was him.
He did a few of them actually. I feel like the people who grew up loving pop culture, like Favreau, Filoni, and others, are now having their hand at it. These are people who genuinely love pop culture, and now they're putting their love into it, and it's perfect. It's beautiful. It's exactly how it needs to be, because it's what is appealing to people of all ages, which is what Marvel and Star Wars both need to do. That's what why pop culture is what it is. All of these things that we love and cherish for all these years reached out to us as kids, and that's why we love it now still. You know what I mean? And they're doing that.
Now, Maya just put up a comment, and this actually makes a lot of sense. It's been over 10 years since Ahsoka was around. She could have reclaimed the title Jedi and could have also adapted her fighting style, which is very true. You do have to think about the time.
Yes, the time frame from when yes, we saw Ahsoka, which I guess the last technical would be Rebels time frame and what it is.
Yes.
But I feel like even in Rebels, she was still on that same path of it. I know Rebels is not that far back from Clone Wars in that sense, but I feel like that part of her still would. Yes, she was trained as Jedi. She was raised as Jedi. She's going to connect with Grogu as Jedi. It just is because he grew up Jedi, and of course he's hesitant to be Jedi, identified as Jedi, since people are coming after him.
Right.
But I also, and she even said he's got a lot of like fear and anger. And as she says, she's like, she saw what happened when someone was trained.
Now that's another thing that people are polarized with that you bring up. That they didn't name Anakin. That they just
but we know who she was talking about.
Yes, but Mando doesn't, and for him and he still debated that. But if she wanted to make her point, she could have said Darth Vader, and I would feel Darth Vader would have been known more.
I feel like it can be kind of confusing though, like Brian said, to casuals, because like Force wielders are known as Jedi. That's just what they're called to common folk, or at least that's how it seems from storyline, even in Mandalorian. It's Force wielders they're just they're just called Jedi, because it was like she didn't say they're Force wielders, she said they're Jedi. That's just how it was left. You know what I mean? I kind of hope
Force sensitive would be trained. They would be identified and hopefully trained early, kind of like Qui-Gon says.
And if you look at it from the Mandalorian's point of view, he doesn't even know what the Force is. Because it is evidently not common knowledge, especially in his life and whatnot, of being Force sensitive. So you can't just throw, dark side, light side, all that shit straight in. And nobody really knew that Anakin Skywalker was Darth Vader, or that Darth Vader was a fallen Jedi, or, as far as the universe goes.
Yeah,
but I mean, but saying that fallen or not, but they could still say Vader. She could still say Vader, because Vader should have. I would think that would have been known. He said Empire. Empire doesn't exist anymore. I would think that Vader would have been known, because I mean, you got the Emperor and his secondhand man.
But Vader wasn't known as a Force user. It wasn't widely known and understood that Vader was a Force user. It was just that he was the Emperor's right-hand man, and he was threatening, and he would kill people. There was only the ones that he killed by Force choke, and the ones who actually saw him light his lightsaber actually knew that he was possibly Force sensitive. They didn't even know that he was a fallen Jedi. Yeah, the only ones who knew that he was a fallen Jedi were the bots that built him and Palpatine.
I would have thought him with power would have been known, but fallen Jedi, yes, I agree. I would have thought that, but once again, my fandom is new to it, so, or my knowledge to the fandom. Sorry, correction.
I feel like Vader would have been labeled Sith more than anything else, and not considered like, it wouldn't have been like, oh, he's a Force wielder. It just would have been, he's Sith. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That would have been like a whole nother end of things. And Jason wants to know if you're drinking out of a bowl, Grims.
It's a mixing bowl, but it's my new mug. So it's my straw holder. That's not a pouring spout. That's my straw holder. Come on.
He's sitting there laughing.
I think
we all need to get one. Yes.
$10 Target. $10 Target.
We all need
it's
one.
It's cheaper than a normal mug. It was like the same price as any other normal mug.
That is a big cup of Mai Tai.
I didn't actually fill it all the way. I mean, I've still been, I don't know, I can't do it without pouring it over. There you go. You guys have it didn't fill that much. I mean, that's a lot. That's like I want to die tomorrow.
I finished my coffee. So you can see the bottom of my mug now. Yeah, see?
Sorry. I missed it. There we go.
See, it's all like drippy and cool looking in there. Like, I almost don't want to put anything in it because it's pretty. Anyway.
But talking about baby Grogu, I want to share what many would call this an abomination. But to me, I think it's absolutely adorable.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
It's the best Instagram page I've ever found.
Oh my God!
The Ahsoka one. I got it. This one's my favorite. Look at this little dude. Like, he
Oh
is
God!
so cute.
Wow.
Oh my
What the
goodness.
hell? I agree,
love
Jason.
this.
That is not the way.
Yeah, look at this little Batman. There's Bobby's.
No.
That's Bobby's
Oh
favorite right there.
God!
No.
Sorry, I just gotta burn this image into your guys' eyeballs for a
Thank
second.
you.
So,
Thank you.
Look
We
at that.
all
Oh, look, here we
appreciate
go.
that, Audrey.
Look at that. Oh, this is so cute.
Oh my god.
That is
Wow.
adorable and weird all at the
Scary.
same
No,
time.
that's
All at the
just
same
that's one of
time.
nightmares.
Yeah.
I just wanted to.
This
That's
is,
the making of nightmares
so, yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
So that's supporting small business. So if you want to, maximize and think
If you
about getting
wanna
a wonderful
scare the
gift,
shit out of someone.
it's a thing. Hey, if people can buy baby dolls, lifelike dolls to fill their need for having a baby child, like that's a thing. Like there are
Yeah.
people who build
True.
life-size dolls.
Or with
That are
they
babies,
build
newborns.
animatronic and life-size women, with
That's what I'm saying. Do they?
I don't know. I had a brief conversation with my father earlier this evening, and he said that he's going to remain single until they make him a robot woman.
there are
Okay,
apparently companies
in
that are
Japan.
working on that. Yeah.
In Japan, yeah. Yeah, they have they're making companions. They're
Yeah.
robot
Yeah,
companions. And
Actually.
I'm like, I don't know about that. That sounds kind of like, let's just get rid of the real people and program our perfect significant other.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't want, and I'm not trading in my situation for a robot. I do know that. His dad was like, "Oh, it would just suck because you'd have to charge her batteries." I'm like, "This sounds terrible. Like, this just sounds like you
Oh
don't
God.
need to
You have to
say
plug up your-
charge her." Yeah,
You have to
Go
plug
ahead.
her up. Oh God.
Yeah.
Plug, oh God. Have her standing
Plug
in the
her
corner,
in.
plug up in
Plug
the
her in.
Oh Lord. Or worse yet, open a panel in her back and unfold the solar panels and stand her out in the yard.
As
Yeah,
we
uh,
said, the Teslas of sex dolls.
yeah, no, I'm not.
I'm an advocate of making prostitution legal. I mean, it's your vagina.
I
If you
am
want to
too.
sell it, you should be allowed to sell your vagina as long as they're not getting raped or beaten up or something of that nature. But you should be allowed to do whatever you want, because if gold diggers can do it, then why is that's legal? You're
I
legally
mean,
getting married
I
and selling
agree.
your vagina. Like, why is prostitution a bad thing? I think you should be allowed. Oh, I want to find myself a sugar daddy. Is that not prostitution? Is that not prostitution?
I think that
Yeah.
could be prostitution right there.
Yeah, exactly.
It is,
Sugar
I
daddy
think, legal in Nevada. I think in Nevada it's legal.
Yeah, I know New
Yeah.
York is trying to get it. I went to one of those sex conventions last year, and they were trying. There was a advocacy group there trying to be like, if you support sex, then you support prostitution in New York. I was like, you make a fair point.
It is a fair point. It is a fair point. I
agree.
I don't know, man. Like I don't know. With diseases being what they are, that's where I get a little like,
I mean, they're the ones who
Oh.
are probably hurting the most right now.
Probably,
possibly. I
yeah.
mean, that's a risk right
Right.
now.
right.
Oh God,
I mean,
yeah.
are you going to a strip club during COVID? Because that's a little. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Too much bodily fluid going on.
Like it's a little
Like
scary.
you can come in, but you just have to wear that mask.
Yeah,
you have
full
to wear
body
full
condoms
body
for the sex workers, and then it could be okay. I mean, you never know. I mean, full
Yeah.
body condoms. That's the thing. Did anybody else watch?
What?
What movie was that? Where they had the full body condoms? I was a kid. I don't even remember. I
Dude,
have to look
they
it up.
used to at Virginia Beach when I was young, when rubber ducky condoms were big and popular and whatnot, they used to have people standing on the street corners in Virginia Beach handing out rubber ducky condoms in full body condoms.
Serious.
Seriously.
That's pretty awesome.
They had
Naked
a
gun.
face cut out of it. They had a face cut out of it and armholes cut out, and they're handing out rubber ducky condoms.
Naked gun.
Yeah.
What the hell did Brian just say? If vaginas go up for sale, the FDA would need to get involved. They would have to be graded, yada yada. There's a lot of paperwork.
Okay.
Vagina.
Oh, Brian.
Oh,
Brian.
The thing
great
is,
Ava JJ.
perhaps, but I mean, it's just a lot of work that goes into something that I think is a bigger issue as a whole. Yes, it doesn't protect from STDs, which is where there's got to be the knowledge with, condoms and safe sex. And I know there's people that don't want to have safe sex and whatnot, but unfortunately, the prostitutes, that's the risk they have to be willing to take if they want.
And I know
to
at
do
least when the state that
Agreed.
is, Nevada, where it's legalized, they get the health care. They're able, they
Mhm.
get, health care coverage. They have to do, I think it's like monthly, tests.
Gynecological times?
They have to get like the STD checks. I mean, it's like they have to. If they don't, they can lose their license.
Jesus Christ, Jason.
Your husband, you smell like onion.
Christ, Jason.
Is that a category?
Oh God.
He's on a roll because I'm down here.
I mean, here's the thing.
Oh
Like,
my
do you get
God.
like the private part sniffers? Because supposedly there are armpit sniffers that help with deodorant. That's a job. That's a job. That's a legitimate job. Armpit sniffers. That's a legitimate job. Do you then have people
How hard
who
up
get
for a job are
jobs
you?
as like hiney hole and vagina sniffers?
How-
Like, is that
How
a thing?
hard up do you have to be? How hard up for a job do you have to be an armpit sniffer or a asshole sniffer?
Hey,
Oh my God.
if someone is
pay
willing to
really
pay
well.
someone to do that job, you can't judge.
Oh
It just is.
God.
Would you do that job
Oh,
for
Lord.
$100 an hour?
I would.
That's what I'm saying.
would.
There's a
Yeah.
limit for everyone.
I would. I don't
$100
have to touch
an hour.
anything.
All you have to do is like, ooh.
You just gotta sniff. There's no touching. I
Exactly,
could do
just
that
no.
for $100
Yeah.
an hour.
I'm sure someone gets paid
Oh my
$100 an hour
God.
for that. It is
You
what it
never
is.
know. Never know.
It's like, you need to take a bath real quick, please.
Like, there's a question. Like, what would not be enough money for you to do a specific job? Like, what job could they not, like, it wouldn't matter how much they paid you, you wouldn't do it. Like, what is there anything out there?
I think it would have to do with taste. Like there'll be like depending on some restaurants and stuff like that, but I don't know if I could eat like certain type of like gooey things or something like that.
Mm.
So I'd just be like, ugh, ugh. That's how I feel. That's how, like they gotta be paying me good money probably to eat something disgusting like that, honestly. Because I watch like the
Right.
challenge, and they'll eat like cow balls and eyeballs and testicle. Like I said, what's the other word? Brains and stuff like that. I don't know. Like $100,000. I don't know if I could stomach that.
That's
not-
something. That's something.
People do.
Yeah.
It's not her thing.
I will say that like the weekend before Thanksgiving, Marissa and I went out with my friend Amy and ran around for a little bit, and we ended up buying a pack of sour cream and onion flavored crickets.
Okay.
and we all tried them, and that is squishy stuff is not so much a problem for me, but like that was not an easy thing.
See, I don't think I would have a problem with that.
Wise, it was a little difficult, and if I might say, like, it was very nearly like eating mushrooms. Like anytime in my
Okay.
life I've ever done a psychedelic like that, the dry mushroom, like that flavor and consistency, it was just kind of stuck in your teeth, but didn't. It was awful. Like I don't think I could eat crickets again. I don't think I could. I don't think.
What
I
about
have it in me.
worms? They have candied worms.
I don't know. Like, see, this is another thing. Like, would you try this?
Chocolate covered.
I don't know.
I would.
Like,
I would
don't-
try it, but I know I got for the kids, and then I ended up getting myself one. They have grasshopper lollipops.
Mhm.
They have the grasshoppers inside the lollipop. That was okay. It wasn't
I ate worms as a kid.
it wasn't hateful, but it was okay. It's not something I would get just for a regular treat anytime, you know.
Yeah, you can also get them with like cockroaches and scorpions too.
See, I think like be it like a food taste tester kind of person, like on that level, I think I would be fine in that kind of job for X amount of dollars. I think I can handle that. For me, it would be shit. Like if I have to clean up poop or sewage of any kind, I don't think you could pay me enough money. Like there's no fucking way. Like that, like food is different to me than what's coming out the other end. You know what I'm saying? Like I would taste almost anything, but like I'm not playing with anything coming out of people. Like I'm not, like I don't want to. I dealt with babies. That was enough for me. You could not pay me enough to deal with sewage. Like that's where I would be.
Yeah, I think that would be kind of...
I paid a lot for that.
I know, but I don't think I could, dude. Well, I don't.
I think you get used to it after a while. I think that's something I probably could actually do.
Yeah.
I mean, I did do something similar to that recently this year, but that's another story. But the thing is, I think I could probably potentially.
Because I mean, after a while, you don't even...
that I could probably do. I think it's literally if I have to think about ingesting it. I think that's probably where I would really draw the line. Because I can't deal with anything like raw egg consistency, that jelly, like because it makes me think of it makes me think of snot, and the thought of snot. Oh God!
Jeez, man, green Jello is my favorite thing, and like,
but Jello's different. It's not running like that. It has to be that weird. I need to not talk about that anymore.
It's just like, can I talking about like jobs? I took a training years ago, and I met this woman. She was in the training, and she worked in the waste management for the county. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And she's like, yeah, when I got the job, as she was like a manager, she's like, for the first year of the job, she's like, I rode on the back of a truck with the guys. She's like, I was out there getting the trash cans and throwing them into the truck. She's like, I was out there in the winter and the summer. She says the summer was the worst because of the smell.
Yeah.
She said winter, you're just so cold. Oh. You're just concentrating on staying warm.
Yeah.
See, that would be a tough one too, because like I'm very odor sensitive, if you can't tell by some of the conversations we've had tonight. But like I can't I don't know if I could do like that would be another one that would be tough for me. For smell reasons. I don't know.
I think it would be tough, but if it paid enough, I probably still would be able to do it. Smell, yes, it sucks. I think I could still technically get over it.
And I think
thinking, honestly, until I have to be in it, do I really know? But I think I could, for enough money, I probably could eventually just be like, yeah, there are worse things that I can do, different things I can do that would just suck to pay less.
And you don't smell it after a while. I mean, you literally you lose your sense of smell after a while.
Yeah, but see, then we go back to like, I worked in the painting industry for so many years, and as Anna knows, even like the automotive industry has its odors, and you end up taking those odors home with you, and you don't realize it, like chemical smells. All this other stuff, like you don't realize it after a while, but other people do. Like they'll walk in your house and they'll be like, "What's that smell?"
Hey, there's nothing wrong with the smell of tires, grease, and oil.
No.
Sorry, there is nothing wrong.
It actually happened.
There isn't.
Right.
It actually happened. Russ and I went to his sister's house one night after work, and Russ works in the paint industry. He works, selling automotive paint and stuff. We had no idea that the two of us smelled like our jobs. And we walked into my sister-in-law's house, and she says, "What is that chemically smell? What is that?" And she comes over near Russ, and she goes, "It's you." And then she comes to me, she goes, "It's both of you. What on earth?" And I was like,
See, I guess I've never noticed I've never noticed when I've been around you guys after you've been at work, because I think I'm just so used to that smell, and I like it. It's really weird. Like I love going into like an automotive shop and smelling like the grease and the oil. I just that to me is a very relaxing and homey smell.
Some people it's an aphrodisiac. There are some people that are like, "Oh, give me that grease smell, baby. I love that smell."
Wow.
Well, yeah, there's certain things like gasoline smell. I like the smell of gasoline. It's unfortunate.
Oh no, that's one that I don't like. Whenever they drop a tank and you just get that overwhelming gas smell, makes me so dizzy and so lightheaded, and it just
Well, yeah, it still will make me dizzy and lightheaded. But you know, those used to be those markers that have like that smell. Yeah, I got caught.
Yes.
were you a marker sniffer?
Yes.
Nikki Russell says, my
Okay,
hubby used to work at the sewage plant. I was
Yes,
immune
he
to the
did.
smell for years. So, I mean, there's
Yeah, he
another
did.
one.
Mhm.
That's like, you just don't notice that kind of stuff. So I guess you're right. I mean, after a
Nope.
time,
I mean, think about it. It's like smokers. After a while, smokers don't even smell.
that's not true. I did.
Oh, right.
True.
I did. Like I smoked for 20 some years. And even like the last 10 years I smoked cigarettes, I could smell it on myself. But I always smoked outside. I never smoked in my house. So it wasn't like I lived in it. Like I'd smell it on my jacket and be like, oh, I need to like wash this. I can't take it. I could smell it on my hands. I'd smell it in my hair and just be like, I can't handle this, you know? But I feel like in a situation where you kind of like live in an odor, like in a smell, you don't realize it, you don't notice it, you know what I mean? My dogs smell, I probably don't even notice that. People come over here like, God damn, it smells nasty in here. I don't even know.
When I worked daycare, I didn't notice the smell of the diapers, and it wouldn't be until I was driving home and I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Now you feel it afterwards. Like, because it's like, why is it following me? That's kind of
It's like I'm like
there,
looking
you're
at my
fine.
hands going like, I know I wore gloves.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, I'll like look at the bottom of my shoes, and I'll get home and I'll be like, no, I'm gonna go shower.
Well,
Did
that's
I
why new
step in
parents
the
don't
door?
want to meet anyone because they just smell like baby vomit and poo all the time. It's like,
That's so tough.
Right.
That's so tough.
It's funny because our shop is currently under reconstruction. And so our actual physical shop is a little bit of a walk away from the parts department. So we don't have those smells wafting in right now. All we have like the smell of construction materials and paint and spackle and all that stuff. And I find myself sitting there in the office going, I really would like to smell brake clean right now. That would just be a nice smell. And it's like, it's one of those things where I'm like, it just doesn't feel like a parts department because I don't have those smells. But then a technician will bring in like a fuel pump that hasn't been completely flushed or anything like that, and they'll put it into our warranty bin. I'm like, oh, that smells okay. That's good. That's good. Okay, so I'm smelling that. I'm smelling,
it's like
yeah.
It's like when you walk into a hardware store and you get that smell of like the wood, and you get this like that tool smell. I swear, like tools have a smell. Power tools, and you get the smell of the paint and the smell of everything, and you're just like, yes, this is right.
You think I'm crazy, but I miss it. I miss the paint smell. I miss like drywall mud smell. I miss like all that stuff. Like it's just like it definitely has its appeal when you've done something for a long time, or you've lived, like even my dad was a mechanic for years, so even that smell, like I walk into a garage and I'm like, memories, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, you can miss these things after a time, I think, even if you're not sure if you like it when they're happening.
Yeah, when Jason and I, we were active with our car club, and we would be going to shops, and I would sit there just in the shop as they're working on a car, and I'd be doing my homework, and and everyone was like, oh, you could go work over there. And I was like, no, this is like cozy for me. I don't care. Yes, it's cold in here, but it's cozy.
Crikes. This is
I think he's still like a few minutes behind in the chat. It's
okay.
Anyway.
Well, we're coming up at the end. Does anyone else have anything else they want to add before we end the show?
We should probably wish someone a happy birthday.
Yeah, because she's not here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Miss Kate.
She's having a good birthday.
Yes. Having fun with her family, I'm sure. Enjoying
Happy birthday, Kat.
And
happy birthday. We miss you.
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday. So make sure to give her a big wish of happy birthday. So anything else anyone else wants to add?
I think we kind of covered all sorts of bases tonight. Like we were
Mhm.
kind of all over the place as usual. Yay!
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
That's how our show goes. We start on one path, and then we go another, and then another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy holidays coming up.
Yes. Coming up. Still have a couple more shows before some of the other holidays start going.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll have to talk
Yeah.
about being naughty and nice on a show coming up here soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you guys
Oh.
What's
can
the
tell.
naughtiest thing that you did this year? Think about that.
Not wear a mask out in public, which I actually know
Do I
someone
have
who
to
did
limit
that.
it to one?
No. Nope.
Legal. Let's talk about
Okay.
still legal though. Not getting that much trouble.
Okay.
Let's start with
Okay.
our shout outs. Let's go, Chan Chan.
Shelf gravy everywhere. We got a new logo I need to get printed out and put up here for you guys. But hey, every other Wednesday, next Wednesday is a shelf gravy night on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. So tips and tricks, just the tip though.
Just a tip. Wait. There.
Just the
You said that
tip.
too fast. I
Come on,
didn't have enough time. There we go. There we go.
There it is. There it is.
Tip.
Okay, let me go back over here. Sorry. Oops,
And-
I closed it. Go ahead.
Ams isn't here, but
Yeah, I was gonna say. Of course, give Ams a a follow, and if you have anything that you would request for her to make for you, at least like crafted wise, she does art. She does what is it? Is it knitting or crochet? I forget which one is it.
I think
I think
it's
it's
both.
knitting.
Both.
I think
Both?
she does
She does
both.
both,
Yeah.
yep.
Well, so yeah, so if
She
you have
does
any
both,
ideas,
yeah.
reach out to her. She'll give you a quote, and definitely part of our support small business.
Business.
So we got a Lady Love
Knees,
next.
knees.
The Nerds Have Spoken podcast. They upload every Thursday morning. Yeah, I actually was on the Thanksgiving special.
Yeah, so it was an all wives episode, right?
Yes, it was. We were definitely giving our husbands a hard time. So yeah,
That's a
listen to
good
them.
thing.
Yes.
That's a very good thing to give husbands a hard time.
Yeah,
Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
I thought so.
I thought I read that in the manual somewhere. I swear I read that in the manual
I didn't
somewhere.
read the
It's
manual.
supposed
I
to
looked
give
at it and I
husbands a
threw
hard
it.
time.
I just threw it to the side.
Oh, I read it.
There's a
I made
manual?
notes in the margins and everything. It's more like a suggestion book, but you make little notes on the on the sides, and then you lose it.
There was no RTFM for me.
Nice. Tags that I don't have on here. Of course, we have MPSP also. So feel free to give them a follow. We have Maya as well on there. So I'll give a quick. Sorry, go ahead.
She said Amber made a new logo for them. Maya says that Amber made a new logo for All Queued Up, which is
Okay.
Maya's podcast.
Yes. So if you give us a tag, we can put you up on there as well. So send that to me on Facebook and I will get that added on. I'll also give a shout out to my husband's podcast, which I normally don't actually shout out because, it's his own thing. But because I'm on the most recent episode of The Force Sensitive, so please listen to my episode where I talk about Ahsoka being a replacement for Leia for some of the fights in the most recent movie. I think that would have been a great idea. So give it a listen. I also found out a lot about the way that I talk. Apparently I slur a lot and say things wrong. So, living the life.
Well,
Hey,
it's because
I
of
do
that
too.
large
You're
cup
fine.
of alcohol.
No,
Yes.
this is before the large cup. I was actually completely sober for that one. But yeah, give it a shout out. Not shout out. A listen to if you like Star Wars. They talk about not necessarily Star Wars itself, but the experience of growing up as a Star Wars fan. So I guess the next
It's
episode,
a good show, yeah.
yeah, the next episode is supposed to be someone who doesn't like Star Wars and is watching it and trying to give it a chance and is hating it apparently. So I guess look forward to that episode in particular. As well as us, you can follow us on all your social medias. Reach out to us if you have any suggestions of things that you want us to talk about, because we'd be more than happy to, since nothing is off the table. Clearly, we talked about a lot of poop and sucking up balls and
God only knows what else.
can also
We can
listen
make
to us
it a
on all your
section window, we will.
exactly. I mean, our most popular episode was actually the True Romance
sex
episode.
toys.
I was looking at that. It was Sex Toys.
Yep.
Was our most watched episode. So if you want to check that out, you can
Yep.
also reach out to Shannon too. Shout out to her.
Just in case anybody doesn't believe that sex sells, just pay attention to what goes all
That was
over
our most
YouTube and
popular
get some
episode.
more views.
Exactly. You're feeling lonely and worried about this quarantine coming, get yourself some extra toys, please yourself.
Heck yeah.
Don't go out there and take it and rage on someone else. Just get yourself off and just be done
if you
with
can't
it.
go to the
That's
strip
right.
clubs
That should be a
get
slogan
go.
right there. That should be a slogan.
That's
Hey,
yeah.
what else? Please just jerk yourself off.
Yes.
T-shirt idea. Who wants to join?
Hey, I might be able to throw that one
Idea
together
for
real
us to
quick.
do.
Yes.
Yep.
Does anyone else have anything else that I missed?
I don't think so. Just support your small businesses,
Thank you,
everybody.
Yes,
Get
please
Vernon's-
do.
Buy Vernon's book.
Yes.
Check out
Yes.
cool stuff.
So anyway, have a wonderful rest of your Thursday and see you next week. Goodbye.
Good night.
Bye.